But Dean's business was helped by an eccentric former British Army officer, Billy Wilson.
We've got to take them through the torture chamber because we've got the electric on in there.
A man considered to be the modern-day creator of extreme obstacle course racing.
How are you, boys? We don't actually kill them. If they could come here and die, that's no problem.
Wilson lives on a 150-acre farm outside Wolverhampton, England.
We need some rain and some sunshine and some bodies to melt the snow.
The bodies come in waves. Each winter, Wilson turns his farm into an 8-mile obstacle course, attracting 5,000 contestants who must sign death waivers before the run. In the 25 years the race has been in operation, Tough Guy racers have suffered serious injuries and death, and over 1,000 have been treated for hypothermia. Everything here is ratcheted up a level from the American version. The first part of Tough Guy was a run through several miles of thick mud in a driving hailstorm. The course tests both physical and mental grit.
Well done, mate. Well done.
Obstacles that can play on a person's fear. Heights, fire, tight spaces, and cold. The course has 5 water obstacles, including wading through ice. The elite racers had to break through it to get across.
Why are you doing that? I don't know why. Because I'm racing. And I don't have friends.
Cold and wet, they crawl under barbed wire. There is a short run to the fire pits, which are part obstacle and part warming station. We thought we'd seen it all until this. Racers must travel underneath logs, holding their breath while navigating blindly through the water. At this point in the race, we noticed many people were being led away by medical staff. Inside the medic station, Tough Guy volunteers were treating racers for hypothermia. The room was packed with people shivering. Some of the racers would later shed their blankets and return to finish the course. But once they left the medical tent, they had to navigate the most feared obstacle. It's called the torture chamber. Inside are loose 10,000-volt wires and spiked metal rods. The racers must move on their stomachs in almost complete darkness. The obstacle finally ends with the crawl through sewer pipes. For those who complete the course, there is a cheap medal and a heat sheet for their suffering. It was this race Will Dean saw several years ago as part of a research project at the Harvard Business School. That work led to the creation of Tough Mudder. But back in England, Wilson says Dean copied his business idea. 2 years ago, Dean paid Wilson a $725,000 settlement, which Dean writes off as the cost of doing business.
She thought it would save you money just to settle and move on.
Yeah.
Not admit guilt or innocence, just pay it and move on.
I think that's right, and it's a pretty simple concept, and I think it's something that happens every day in American business.
That's not the only controversy in this renegade sport. Obstacle racing is unregulated with no governing body. Racers sign releases before competing, so organizers like Spartan co-founder Joe DeSena are free to create the most extreme challenges, like the annual Death Race.
Hands down toughest race in the world.
Because?
Because there's no start, there's no finish, you don't know what we're going to throw at you. Could be 24 hours, could be 72 hours, could be 2 weeks. It ends when we want it to end. We don't pat you on the back, we throw all kinds of curveballs at you, we lie to you.
You lie, for instance.
For instance, we might tell you, look, the finish is right around the corner, it might be 2 days later.
Well, that's just sadistic.
It's sadistic, but it's a death race. It's a pretty serious event, you should come check it out.
So we did.
The smart ones will survive. Let's go, let's go.
The Death Race is held twice a year in Pittsfield, Vermont. After a blizzard and in frigid conditions, The participants kicked the weekend off with 300 burpees.
Morning. Going down to the river.
Next, they hiked with 50 pounds of gear for 3 days.
If you don't jog, we stop and do burpees. Entirely up to you.
With little sleep or food, they carried hatchets to chop wood, and at one point, Descendant made racers cross an icy river to move a 2,600-pound metal beam.
1, 2, 3.
Colby Call remembers the last time he attempted the death race.
First night, they sent us in a river. We have to climb a river. Then we have to swim through a 37-degree pond 7 times. I mean, deciding to have children, deciding to get married, those were easy decisions compared to deciding to get into that pond where I was so close to hypothermia. I spent the whole night, the first night, real close to hypothermia.
Every race you go to, we motivate you. Great job, you can do it. Congratulations, keep it up. The death race is completely different. We want to throw adversity at them. We want to challenge them with things they've never done. So does it make you think, okay, maybe we've gone too far?
I don't know. I like the fact that we're able to put together this event that challenges people. We've had Olympians go home with their tail between their legs. The race beat them. It's not to say they couldn't do it the next year. That particular year, they didn't have what it takes.
At this year's event, only 7 of the 15 runners finished the race.
Those legs out there! You gotta want it! You gotta want it!
Despite the extreme challenge, the growth of the sport has been explosive. People are signing up to escape life's routines, to spend time with friends, family, and coworkers. For adventure seekers and weekend warriors, it's the new road race.
Take your time, don't rush it.
But for many, it's a chance to face fears, surprise yourself, and accomplish the impossible.